over to the islands for safety. There you see the pictures of the 5 sisters, the 2 priests, and the 3 brothers who were killed. Here the people made stone monuments at the place where the different sisters and brothers and priests were killed. This is inside the church at St. Paul's Mission. Actually, at the time they were killed, they were coming to celebrate the blessing of a new church. These are the graves of the martyrs up at St. Paul's. A special grotto to Our Lady in the hills at either Punamarita or St. Paul's. During World War II, most of our people were imprisoned in Punapopa, our headquarters, but several of the sisters were imprisoned in New Ireland, and here's the cave where they were held in New Ireland, near Lemacot. When we went there to visit it, there was still one of the sewing machines sitting there that the sisters had used. Here's how they fence their gardens to keep the pigs out. I think this is Lee here. This is back in New Britain, where we're showing you how the cooking, what they do for cooking. There's a young man climbing the coconut tree to get kulau. The ripe coconuts will fall off the tree, but the green coconuts, which they like to use to drink, they have to knock down from the tree. And there's a young seminarian opening one of the kulaus, breaking the husk off. And this is about cooking. They take the banana leaves and take most of the vein off of the banana leaf that is not so stiff, and then hold it over a flame to make it very pliable, that they can bend it. And while they're doing that, some other people are peeling the taro, which is a vegetable very similar to our potato in consistency but different in taste. You see the inside of a ripe coconut, and the girls are scraping it on a piece of steel that has teeth in the end of it, that they can scrape the meat out of the coconut. And while they're doing that, other people are getting the stones ready to be heated. They put a pile of wood and then pile the stones on top of it, and while they light the fire, it will heat the stones, and they will use that to wrap around the food. Here in the meantime, the girls are using the peeled taro. They have the banana leaves, maybe about 4 or 5 leaves on top of one another, and they've arranged the taro. And now someone is squeezing the coconut milk. They put a bit of water in the scraped coconut and squeeze it out with the oil onto the taro. There you see them wrapping it very carefully in the banana leaves that they don't tear. And then that vein that they took out, they used to tie the bundle. And those coconuts were to keep the edges raised, that the milk would stay in the taro. Then they rake the stones apart and put the pile of food, the packet of food, and put more hot stones around it. Now this was just done for a single little packet, but that whole thing could be full of hot stones for a greater celebration. There they put the steaming bundle of food on a tray to go for the celebration. There you see Father Matthias, closest to us, and he stayed with my brother in America when he came to make mission appeals. And he heard we were coming, so he had the millennial celebration at the time when we would be there. There are the men. It's another way of cooking. They pulverize the sago, the trunk of the tree, and then wash it into the canoe, which you just saw, where it settles to the bottom, and they hang it up to dry, and then they use it now for cooking. There you see them getting it ready for a mumu. They're putting it in banana leaves, and then they will add nuts to it. They burn the gallop to get the husk off, and it makes it easier to get the husk off. And then they put the nuts in the sago, and then The final thing, they wrap it in banana leaves and then into this bark and then mumwo it. This is the party with Father after the Mass, the celebration for the millennium. And there you see the food all arranged, and people will come. It's all divvied out into different sections for different people. There's Sister Josephine and myself and my brother John, we were treated as special guests because Father was trying to repay my brother for the nice visit he had with them in America. The hungry children there were enjoying the meat from the pig. Here we are cleaning up after the party. And there's my brother. He loved the flowers. He just thought it was beautiful with the way they had the orchids and the flowers. Father Pong there with my brother John. Father Pong was the one you saw being ordained earlier. I want to say thank you to my congregation, the missionary sisters of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus, for making this all possible. And thank you to my brother, John Seibert, and his daughter, Mary Jean, for the photos. May God bless all of you. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Albernia University, especially Brian Gall, Lisa Meinhardt, for allowing me to use the media suite, and also to Jenny, Ali, Brian, and Kirsten for their help.
Arise, O ye sons of this land, let us sing all the joy to be free, praising God and rejoicing to be Papua New Guinea. Shout our name from the mountains to seas, Papua New Guinea. Let us raise our voices and proclaim, Papua New Guinea. Now give thanks to the good